And if Paramedic decides to push in now, I think he could be in a very good position.
Yeah, well, Paramedic just saved his expansion in exchange of Palandiell's expansion and a single pylon.
And he do have a nice bioball, a pretty good unit count. Let's go to unit counting station once here, and we see 8 Marauders and 7 Marines against 2 Sellers, 3 Stalkers, and 1 Sentry. Definitely favoured to these stim-packed bioballs.
Oh, yeah. But let's hope that Paramedic will not be too greedy this time on macroing too hard.
Would be a tad sad. Palandiell just going to mine a little before he places down his Cactus. Not good.
Did he see that expansion?
I don't know, but Paramedic could be abusing this timing yet again.
Very nice timing.
Forcing Palandiell to come out here, and he will be able to take this out with the stim pack orders. Palandiell is not going to be happy about that. He does come in here, he's going to focus down this Nexus. Palandiell doesn't seem to be paying attention. There we go. Cancelled. Stim packing up, just kiting a little here, getting these settlers off. Stim pack Marauders are so fast. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really taking down that
Palandiell will be in trouble here.
As the ground armor is coming up for Palandiell. Still having an idle forge, and now he has 2 idle forges in just a second, making more gateways.
Yeah, and a factory is coming up for Paramedic, as well as a engineering bay, so he will be upgrading.
Yes, and he's continuing to saturate his expansion, even though he's supply blocked. Not good. Paramedic face down a supply depot more supply depots.
Here we have the 3rd expansion for Palandiell. At least the 3rd try.
3rd try of an expansion. Wow, Paramedic's just sitting comfortably on his 1 expansion, who's natural, being happy about the position he's in right now. Palandiell's not so happy.
Looking very good for Paramedic here.
Indeed it is. He could decide to move out now and just crush Palandiell. We do see the +1 damage upgrade going up for the ground infantry from Paramedic, as well as the starport being half done. Nothing happening from Palandiell really, just trying to focus down getting this Nexus up, getting this expansion up running.
Yeah.
I mean, an idle probe. It
was a bit risky getting these 2 gateways up that fast in his main, because if he didn't get that the natural, he wouldn't be able to pump out enough units to be using these 2 extra gateways.
Definitely not. As Paramedic seems to be moving out, might just be going to go down and poke a little. However, if he does see the army size from Palandiell, he will most likely just push in, standing and chilling out of this Sanaga tower.
Well, it is a huge fireball we have here.
There goes the medevacs.
The Paramedivacs.
As the factory heads out to scout a little, he's not going to go mech. Bio-heavy Terran. Always fun to watch.
Going for a 2nd expansion. And that will be the gold expansion.
Seems like it, yes, it will. And this is just a huge fireball. I'm going to go to Unicam Station yet again. 21 Marauders and 28 Marines, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot. Especially against 4 Sellers, 10 Stalkers, and 5 Sentries.
But it could get complicated for Paramedic if he gets stuck right between this opening here at Palandiell's base. But he could just force-field half of his units off.
I'm not so sure about that. He has 23, and I'll repeat that number, 23 stim-packed Marauders.
Let's see how it goes.
He could possibly split them up.
Yeah, we're having charge being researched.
And just chilling a little, like Palandiell's gold expansion, not really doing anything, waiting for the armor upgrade maybe. Doesn't seem like it, waiting for the medevacs, going to move in
crazy force fields.
And there's not coming any force fields up yet. No force fields, just pushing a little here, having a lot of stim-pack Marines, still no force fields.
Getting a good chunk there.
Nice force fields there, just a little too late. Paramedic being able to pick off a little too much of his army. Now he's just force fielding this off, using a lot of energy, however.
Having this Marauder stuck.
Nothing happening to it. Why isn't he killing it? That's not paying attention apparently. Just
there we go.
Paramedic going the other way around.
Marauders.
A little. No, it's not. These 2 Marauders being picked off. as more Marauders and Medevacs comes out.
And it seems like Palandiell did save his first expansion here.
Yes. And the orbital, the planetary fortress coming up for Paramedic and his gold expansion. Going to try and saturate that.
Wow.
Too early, apparently. Oh, way too early.
Too early?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, no, never mind. It's like, I was, that's a Nexus.
It's not a Nexus, Doom.
I was just, hey, that's an expansion. I'm sorry.
No problem. As we're seeing the second armor upgrade going up for Palandiell.
And a Templar's Archives.
As well as a supply block.
Gotta love these supply blocks. Taking down these rocks, going to take this low ground expansion for Palandiell. It's a little safer than the high yield expansion.
Yeah, well,
I guess understand why he's going for that one. I would probably do that if I was in his position.
He might be just a bit scared of Paramedic's huge fireball.
I would be. Indeed, I would.
And we are having High Templars being warped in instead of Colossus.
I wonder why Paramedic isn't doing any drops around the map. He could, like, do a drop in the main base, or 2 drops in the main base, 1 in the exposed mineral line, and just be done with it. Now, these drops hurt so badly. As +2/+2 comes up for Paramedic.
Oh, and we have a factory down here from Paramedic.
Seeing that expansion, I said, no, it's not. We might be able to make some Hellions and do a little harassment. We do see the 3rd expansion going up for Paramedic, going into a heavy macro game here. He did see that Neo Expo, and he's just going to stim in, force a cancel. Palandiell not even going to be bothering moving down here. Oh, yes, he is. There we go. No, apparently not. Sees Paramedic, he's just going to force that cancel, then move back.
Yeah, and we're having the 3rd expansion coming up for Paramedic. So he is just in the lead macro-wise. And
there goes the Storm. As though he was reading what Artemis was saying. As the +3 ground weapons is coming up for Palandiell. We do see a huge difference in the supplies, however. 135 for Palandiell, 195 for Paramedic.
Yeah.
And Paramedic just have so many minerals. He could replenish his army so easily. So I think we're going to see a push here from Paramedic. And then he's going to replenish his army and just keep pushing, doing some drops every now and then. At least he would do that if he was a good player.
We have a ninja expansion coming up for Palandiell over here. While Paramedic is engaging.
Not paying attention, losing Marauders, having a big fireball just standing still here. Stemming up, killing, no storms yet.
What is going on with these High Templars going melee?
Well, there are no storms in them, so they're pretty much used. Those force fields filled out the majority of Paramedic's army. Not going to do much, though. Warping in a lot of more units here, but there are way too many.
Wow, GG.
That's a even Palandiell.
So, Paramedic did come back.
Back in the game, yes.
Back in the game.